Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Bhabana and this channel is all about beauty. And on today's video, I will be doing this flawless festive makeup glam perfect for Christmas. So if you're interested to learn more on how to achieve this Christmas makeup glam, then keep on watching. Okay guys, it's showtime. I am with my bare face, as you can see. I have only got a moisturizer and an essence on and an eye cream. So the first thing, as always, that I'm going to start off with is going to be a primer, and the primer that I'm going to use today is from Illamasqua Hydra Veil Primer. This is what it looks like. It's a gel consistency and I haven't actually used this primer in a very long time. Wow, look at that. So yeah, let's go ahead and apply my primer. Ooh, this feels very nice and cooling. Smells very nice as well. It's all about that sensual experience when it comes to makeup, skincare. I love when products have nice fragrance. I know fragrance isn't really good for your skin, but I do love the whole experience with a very nice smell coming through from the products that I use. This feels nice and tacky, which is amazing. And then we're gonna go ahead with my foundation. The foundation that I'm gonna use today is NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation, and my shade is in Stromboli. This is one of my top 3 foundation, which I love, and I must say the coverage is really good as well. It's medium to full coverage. You can build it up to full coverage, and I do like the finish of it. It's very radiant despite being a full coverage foundation. Shake, shake, shake. This technique warms up the foundation and helps blend in better when I do use Beauty Blender to apply this foundation in a sec. And as always, I will be using beauty sponge to blend away my foundation, and the sponge that I'm going to be using today is a new one from FX Cosmetics Blend and Go makeup sponge. And the cool thing about this beauty sponge is that it's got 8 sides, as you can see, so I'm quite intrigued. So let's blend away. Not bad at all. I always like to dampen my sponge, and if you want a flawless finish, you always need to have your beauty sponge damp. And I always say beauty sponge is the best way of applying your foundation if you want that flawless finish, which is what I'm after whenever I do my makeup for going out. I do use foundation brushes on my lazy days when I want a quick makeup done, but if I'm going out or whenever I want that flawless makeup look, I always use beauty sponge, and it needs to be damp. That was an easy, smooth application with this beauty sponge. Now next step is the concealer, and the concealer that I'm going to be using today is NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, and I will be actually using 2 different shades today. Custard, which is the lighter shade for highlighting, and Ginger, which is a darker shade for hiding my blemishes and dark spots. So let's go ahead and do that. First, I will be highlighting, as always, under my eyes. Sometimes I like to bring it up here as well, so it kind of helps to lift my face. And then we go on the chin area, nose and forehead, a bit more, cupid bow. Lovely. Then the darker shade to conceal these acne pigmentation, bit of a redness around the nose area, and I think that is it. I actually don't know which side to use next. I have only managed to use the bottom bit for applying my foundation. You do have these little areas that you can use, I believe, but I don't know what to do with those yet. I am going to start with the pointy area here to blend away the concealer. Gets in quite nicely on those little areas actually, which is nice, especially on the side areas, which is always hard to get in. Okay, now let's go onto those little concealed areas as well, just to blend it away so it doesn't spread too much around, so it's kind of like on the specific areas. Now, so I'm gonna go on to a slightly bigger one, so just this ridge right here that you can see, and use that to blend away the rest of my concealer. Actually, that contour fits quite nicely on the side of my nose. And to be honest, it works quite well on the top of my nose as well, so I maybe should have used that one instead of the tiny one for the nose bridge itself. Now I am going to go ahead with one of the other sides, one of the 8 sides, to do my under eye. So we're going to point it out that way. Fits in really nicely on this area. I'm going to go on my eyelid as well and use my concealer as a primer. Another lazy trick. I must say I'm liking the finish. This 8-sided beauty sponge is definitely worth your money, and I think it's only £4.99, so that's really good value. Before I set my foundation, I'm actually going to be using a blush today first, and that's purely because the blush that I'm going to be using today is a creamy blush, and it's a new one from Glossier. It's Glossier Cloud Paint Seamless Cheek Color, and this is actually a free sample. I thought I'll try the free one before I open up my new ones that I bought. The colors are slightly different. I bought Color Puff, which is a light pink creamy blush, whereas the one that I have here is Dusk and Dawn. I think I'll be using Dusk because it's more of a neutral shade. I'm just gonna blend it with my finger just to see how it blends. Ah, nice. It blends in really well with just using your fingertips, and that's what it looks like. It blended really beautifully. I must say I'm very impressed with Glossier Cloud Paint. Time to set my face, and the product that I'm going to be using to set my face is my beloved Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder. This is my favorite way of setting my makeup, my foundation, and let's go ahead and do that. So you just apply, swirl, tap the axis, and just go ahead and set your foundation. So I'm not going to use this on the cheek area where I applied the blush, purely because I don't want it to make that area matte. So we're just going just on the areas that does not have a blush. Lovely. This just gives such a flawless finish. Time to contour my face, and the bronzer that I'm going to be using today is NARS Laguna bronzer. That's the color, and as you can see, I've hit the pan. This is probably one of my favorite bronzer at the moment. I used to love Hoola bronzer from Benefit, but now I kind of prefer this to Benefit Hoola. So yeah, let's go ahead and contour them cheeks and everything in between. So just underneath where I use the blush, on my jawlines and the forehead. Slim it all down. Let's go down, slim it down. Again, this is my lazy way of doing it. Sometimes I use a smaller brush, but otherwise I just use the slimmer area on a bigger brush. Time for highlight, and the highlighter that I'm going to be using today is Zoeva Cosmetics Screen Queen Highlighting Palette. That's what it looks like. It's beautiful, and I will be using Pearls and Fine Silks right here to add on my contour. Now this just adds a bit of a shimmer to the contour that I did earlier, which just gives that beautiful finish. I will be using Aloof Beauty for the rest of the highlights, so let's go ahead and do that. Highlight everywhere. Right, so that's the highlights done. You can add more, you can add less, it's entirely up to you, because this highlighting palette is very buildable. When you first apply it, it doesn't apply a lot, so I have to go back and forth a few times to give me the highlight glow that I want. But once I get that glow, it is unreal. Onto my brows, and I will be using two brow products today. The first one is Makeup Academy Brow Definer Eyebrow Pencil, and this is in shade Mid Brown, and it has obviously the pencil side and also a spoolie, which is very handy. And this one only retails for £1.50, I believe, which is very cheap for a brow product. So let's go ahead and brush my brows with the spoolie first. Get rid of all those foundation, fluff, everything in between. So my brows are clean to begin with. Draw a little bit. My brows are quite thick already, and I don't need a lot of products, but I'm just gonna extend the edge, because my right side of the brow is not as long as the left. Which is why I have to match them and make them equal. But other than that, I don't really do a lot of stuff with my brows, which is easy because, especially when I'm in rush, I don't have to spend ages doing my brows. I just sometimes don't even bother. The second product that I'll be using for my brow is Glossier Boy Brow in Brown. I actually have been loving using this Boy Brow. It is the applicator that does it for me, and it is so easy to apply. It just puts your hair in place and gives you that lift that you need, making your brows fuller, thicker. There we go. And as you can see, I'm a messy queen, so it is always going to be messy whenever I do my makeup, especially when I film, because I'm trying to capture it at the same time, but it's always not possible. I need to be quite close, I think, for this one. There we go. Love this, and this is the color that I really like as well. Brown is just perfect for me. As you can see, Boy Brow and the ordinary brow. Because my brows are so thick and heavy, it's always a struggle to put my brows up in place. Now this is good, but it doesn't always hold up my brow where I want it to hold it long. So I do need a new brow product that can lift it and keep it in place. Now this one lifts it for maybe a couple of hours, but after that my brows do tend to drop. So I need something that is gonna last me a whole day to lift my brows. And that's what my brow looks like with both eyebrows done with Boy Brow. I absolutely love it. Moving on to my eyes, and the eyeshadow palette that I will be using today is Iconic London Day to Slay eyeshadow palette. And this is a new eyeshadow palette that I received in Glossy Box Beauty Advent Calendar. How gorgeous is this eyeshadow palette? There are 20 highly pigmented eyeshadow shades from the mixture of pink, peach, bronze and gold shades, which I can't wait to use. These shades are perfect to give you any kind of eye makeup look that you want, from a day to a night look. And I think this is perfect for giving me that holiday makeup look that I'm creating today for Christmas 2020. I'll start with this eyeshadow right here. It's in the nude. This will create a base for all of the rest of the eyeshadow that I will be using today. Next, I will be using Ultimate Tan right here to build up the contour. And let's dip in just around my crease. This is a very beautiful color to blend away everything. Then I will be using this Taupe de Taupe color and an angled brush so that I can create a bit of a cat eye effect. So I'm just going in with an angled brush and angling that up to my brow, basically where the brow tail is. So this kind of gives me that bit of a sultry cat eye effect. Bring it into a bit of a V shape there, halfway towards my eyelid. Then I'm gonna go with Deep Soul to add a bit more depth to my eye makeup look. So I'm gonna use a smaller brush and just go onto the very edge like so and deepen the color to create a bit of a smoky effect. Gently build into that cat eye. Extending it again a third to a halfway into your eyelid. And that's what it looks like. Probably be using the Ultimate Tan to blend it all in. Blending is so key when it comes to your eyeshadow. I will be using Champagne Chic to highlight my eyelid, so it's gonna go right in the middle of my eyelid. Wow. These eyeshadows are very pigmented. With just one swipe of the brush, it picked up a lot of product. And look how gorgeous is this shade. Wow. I just can't believe how beautiful this shade is. And a very minimal fallout, which is amazing. Then I'm going to be using Bronze Bay on the outer corner of my eyelid to blend both of the eyeshadow together. I love this. Time for eyeliner, and the eyeliner I will be using today is La Masca liquid eyeliner in black. Now time for the lashes, and the mascara that I will be using today is Anastasia Beverly Hills Lash Brag Volumizing Mascara. Look down and brush it. This is a travel size. I did want to buy a big one, but I wanted to try a sample slash travel size before I invested in a big one. This is actually quite a good mascara. It instantly gives you that volume, as you can see. Next up is fake lashes. The fake lashes that I will be using today is Ardell Demi Wispy Lashes, Huda Beauty Lash Glue, and this is my favorite lash glue. Now I am going to apply my false lashes off camera, but if you do want a tutorial, do let me know in the comments down below. And the lashes are done. Time for the lower lid. Now the shade that I'm going to be using is going to be mixture of Taupe de Taupe and Deep Soul. So I'm going to start with Taupe de Taupe. And then going with Deep Soul. Then I'm going to tightline my eyes, and for that I will be using Zoeva Graphic Eyes Black to Earth eyeliner. Mascara. Time for the lips, and obviously for the lips, as you know, I will be going with the classic red. I'll start with the lip liner first, and the lip liner that I will be using today is MAC Cosmetics Ruby Woo Lip Pencil. Now, if you don't want your lipstick to bleed, a lip liner is a must, especially if you're wearing red lipstick. Then we have the lipstick, and the red lipstick that I'm absolutely loving at the moment is Lime Crime Liquid Lipstick in Red Velvet. This is such a gorgeous red lipstick. I'm absolutely loving, and to be fairly honest, even without the lip liner, this does stay put for quite a long time without bleeding, but once you start eating, that's when it starts bleeding. So I would still recommend you wear a lip liner before you apply a red lipstick. How gorgeous is that? Time to set my face, and the setting spray that I will be using today is Pixie Glow Mist. Before I set my face with the setting spray, I always go in with the powder brush to dust off anything that's there in my face that shouldn't be there. So let's go ahead and do that, and this, I feel, gives me that perfect flawless finish, especially if there's like anything that's creased while you're doing the rest of your makeup, especially your eyes. I feel like your forehead and also your smile lines. I do have quite a prominent smile line, so I always try to dust it off so that there's nothing lingering around on those areas before I spray the setting spray. Shake it, and let's it is so refreshing, this spray. Time for a fan. And this is the finished look. Ta-da! I really hope you enjoyed it. This is perfect for Christmas. It's like this little holiday makeup glam tutorial, which I really hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it was easy to follow. I would love to know your thoughts in the comments down below, so don't forget to let me know how you found this makeup tutorial and what other makeup look that you would like to see in future from me. And that is it for today's Christmas makeup tutorial. As always, don't forget to like this video, follow me on Instagram for more, and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already, and don't forget to turn your notification bell on so you will be notified when I release my video next. And I hope you all have a lovely Christmas with your loved ones, sending you loads of love, and thank you so much for watching. Mwah.